So we have this proposal to give everybody who's supposedly homeless. I mean, you know, that means different things to different people. $1,000 a month. And my first question was, and I knew it was a dumb question to the people who wrote it. Like they addressed it. Was like, okay, you're homeless, so we give you $1,000 a month, and now you're not homeless. So then why are we giving you more money, right? But then the only reason you're not homeless is because we're giving you $1,000 a month. So I digged into it a little bit, and I found that there, of course, were stipulations about it, and all that. And I'll just get to the basics. I don't need to spend too much time. There are demographic issues that uh, are involving different things. Some of it's wokeism, some of it's class. I'd stick it to the class thing if I was going to do this at all, but I don't think it's a good idea. I'll tell you why. I mean, some of you already know. But then nothing happens till 2024, I guess. Well, that's a report, so nothing even happens till then. Not even starts happening. What I found interesting was, where is it? Yeah, the cost of the whole thing's 500 million, which we have a biennial budget in the state. Technically, it's all done in a 2-year schedule, not a 1-year schedule. So it's about 50 something billion a year that we spend. So that's like, well, yeah, I failed math. But yeah, it's like 1% or something like that. But it's a significant amount of money. It's a chunk of change, and it wouldn't really solve the homeless problem. And that's where I'm gonna get to. And then they spend 250,000 just to like find out how to spend the money. Um, I guess that's with our best and brightest. I guess yeah, don't want to even go there. But this is not going to solve the problem. Uh, it will cause the problem to get worse because rents will go up for the people who don't qualify for the shit, and that definition will exclude certain people. And they'll still be in a precarious situation where they're like working and homeless. I mean, that happens. They're not all druggies. But on the other hand, let's face it, that money will end up in drug dealers and alcohol. I don't know why they separate the two. They're the same thing, right? In my opinion, like alcohol and drugs are the same thing. It's just, you know, I don't understand that, like why weed is stigmatized and stuff. But anyway, and I don't even consider weed a drug personally. It's just a herb. But I mean, it can have Anyway, I'm not going to go there. Bottom line is that like if we and plus we'll be the only state doing this, right? So that's the problem with us legalizing drugs to some extent. Like we decriminalize pretty much every drug, which philosophically I agree with. But if you are the only state doing it, they're all gonna come here. That's the problem. But we do what we do, right? This is Oregon, first state to decriminalize cannabis. So yeah, I like this state, but yeah, this thing overall I think is a negative. I'm not as outraged at it as some people like say on the conservative right would be, but I think it wouldn't. They're right. It's not going to work. It's not going to help. It's going to make things worse. Uh, the whole situation with this issue is more complex than this video, but the bottom line is people from the red states like to pick on us, and they're basically, as I understand it, now I could be wrong, as I understand it, they're sending them out here. And why wouldn't you want to be out here, right? Because at least you won't freeze to death. So, all right, and then we have to take care of them, and then we get picked on for it. Now, we do have a lot of BS policies, and this is going to be one of them. If I were to solve this problem, if I were tasked with it, first of all, I couldn't solve it, but what I could do to mitigate it is I would loosen the housing restrictions, and if you want to do government spending, build apartments, build trailer parks, build cheaper housing that's respectable, decent, not like some terrible thing. It might have to be commie blocks, but hey, it's better than nothing. But yeah, also let the free market do its job. Like, why does it have to be like, I don't understand. Like, it's always free market versus government. Why can't it be like both, but not like in a fascistic way? Like where the government says, "Hey, you guys do your thing, we'll do our thing." Like that's what I would do. It's like kind of the reverse fascism or something. Maybe I invented something. I don't know.